Om Shanti. My name is Cody, and today we're going to go through a full class with a little bit longer holds that should get you right up to the edge of challenge and then move you on. So let's get started. Begin on your back in Savasana. Heels towards the corners of the mat, toes falling away from each other, palms facing up about a foot away from the body. Take a few deep breaths into the stomach. Allow the body to relax. Just experience the weight of the body against the earth. Finding stillness. Bringing your awareness to the point between the eyebrows. Listen in to this point, to the pulsation of the life force. Allow this to become your mantra, your intention throughout practice, to return to this stillness, this inward experience that comes about through a Hatha Yoga practice. Inhale deeply into the stomach, bringing the ankles together, reach the arms up overhead, stretching right side body, left side body. Your whole body stretch, fingers, toes, wrists to ankles, reach. And then make your way into a seated position, head, neck, and spine in one straight line. We'll begin by chanting. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Inhale, energize up and out, expand as much as possible. Point the fingers down, flex, point, exhale to center and down. And again, inhale, energize up and out, expand as much as possible. Point, make fists, roll the wrists out in both directions. Exhale to center and down. Sweep the arms up overhead. Inhale, crossing wrists, interlace fingers, expand upwards. Draw right elbow down as you look up towards the left side. And then exhale to deepen the stretch. Inhale, reach up. Left elbow down, look up towards the right. Exhale to deepen. Inhale, reach up. Bring the fists behind the back of the head. Open elbows, shoulders, and chest while you look up. Breathe deeply and roll the shoulders out. And the other direction. Releasing the hands. Exhale completely right into an abdominal breath. Hand on the stomach if you'd like. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, fill the belly like a balloon. Exhale, allow the balloon to deflate and then squeeze the belly button inward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. We'll double our exhalation. Exhale for 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, full yogic breath, fill the stomach. Bring the air into the chest. Bring air into the shoulders. Exhale from the shoulders, then the chest, and the stomach. Inhale, stomach, chest, shoulders. Exhale, shoulders, chest, stomach. Inhale, chest, shoulders. Exhale, chest, stomach. Inhale, chest, shoulders. Exhale, shoulders, chest, stomach. Inhale, stomach, chest, shoulders. Extend our exhalation, shoulders, 2, 3, 4, chest, 2, 3, 4, stomach, 2, 3, 4. Inhale through each compartment to the shoulders. Exhale, shoulders, chest, stomach. Inhale. Exhale, shoulders, chest, stomach. Inhale. Exhale, shoulders, chest, stomach. Inhale comfortably, return the breathing to normal. And then release the legs. You can wiggle toes, rotate ankles, bounce the knees a bit. We'll start to find a deeper breath, returning to that ujjayi breath, that resonant space in the back of the throat. Feet flat, hands flat. Inhale, Ujjayi, to bring the hips upwards, opening chest and hips. Exhale, hips down, and release over the legs for a forward fold. Inhale to lift. Exhale, down. For inclined plane, keep the legs out, heels press in, hips lift with the inhalation. Exhale, down. 2 more, your choice, reverse tabletop or inclined plane. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Sitting up, make your way into a tabletop position for some cat-cows. Inhaling for cow, exhale for cat. Deep breaths, big movements. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. To neutral position, side to side, hip to shoulder, through center to the other side, back and forth. To center, we need to make some circles with the hips. It's back through one side and then to the other. Grabbing a hold of the ground, you feel the wrists starting to warm up as well. Even things out. Come back through center, tuck the toes, really firmly grab a hold of the ground with the fingertips all the way through to the shoulders. Begin to rock forwards and backwards, warming up the toes and feet and the wrists at the same time. Back and forth. Release the wrists for a moment. And then make your way into a downward facing dog, pedaling out the dog with a few deep breaths. One heel and then the other, opening up through the upper body. While you release down the legs. Then release both heels, lift the hips as high as you can, release back through the heels and press in through the hands. Continuing with our warm-up, we're going to take a deep inhalation into a plank position. Drop through knees, chest, chin, glide forward to cobra, and back to downward dog. Just 2 more times. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. High plank, inhale. Knees, chest, chin. Exhale. Cobra, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. Bring the right foot forward between the hands for a low lunge. Set up the lunge, nice and stable, knee over ankle. Feel free to make a little bit of movements in the hips, forwards, backwards, a little side to side. Just let yourself settle in and open up through the hips with a few deep breaths, trying to expand through the pelvic girdle and soften down. You can make your way back through to downward dog and switch sides, bring the left foot forward between the hands for a low lunge over here. Again, taking a little bit of movement in the hips, softening in, maybe even rolling the neck out a little bit. And forward fold. Bring the right leg to the top of the mat. Allow yourself to ragdoll at the top. Let the head be very heavy. Take as much of a bend into the knees as you need to. Let the upper body relax from tailbone all the way to the crown of the head, through the shoulders and arms. Very slowly stack one vertebra on top of the other, making your way into a standing position, feeling that articulation along the way until the shoulders come on top of the spine, the neck on the shoulders, and the head. Feel the feet firmly planted in the ground. Allow the spine to lengthen upwards, but relax as much as it can. Three times through the top half of our Sun Salutation A's, we inhale and exhale for prayer. Inhale to reach up, look up, and arch back. Exhale, fold forward. Glide the hands up the shin, halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, palms together, up and back. Exhale, hands by the side. Inhale. Exhale, prayer. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, hands by the side, Tadasana. Inhale. Exhale, prayer. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, hands by the side. Continuing with full Sun Salutation A's. Inhale. Exhale, prayer. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, back to a plank position. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale to the front of your mat, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, hands by the side. Inhale. Exhale, prayer. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Plank position. Inhale. Knees, chest, chin. Exhale. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, forward to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, hands by the side, continuing with Hatha Sun Salutations. Inhale. Exhale, prayer. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, forward fold. Right leg back, low lunge. Inhale. Retain for plank. Knees, chest, chin. Exhale. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Right leg forward, low lunge. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, hands by the side. Inhale. Exhale, prayer. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, forward fold. Left leg, low lunge. Inhale. Retain plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Left leg forward, low lunge. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, hands by the side. Inhale. Exhale, prayer. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, forward fold. Right leg, low lunge. Retain plank. Knees, chest, chin. Exhale. Cobra, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. Right leg forward, inhale, low lunge. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, Tadasana. Inhale, exhale, prayer. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, forward fold. Left leg, inhale, low lunge. Plank, retain. Knees, chest, chin, exhale. Cobra, inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Left leg, low lunge, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, hands by the side. Inhale. Exhale, prayer. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, forward fold. Right leg, low lunge. Inhale. Plank, retain. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Right leg, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, Tadasana. One more round. Inhale. Prayer, exhale. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, forward fold. Left leg, inhale. Plank, retain. Knees, chest, chin, exhale. Cobra, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. Left leg, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, hands by the side. Breathe deeply. Feel the exhalation extend. Keep the eyes closed. Focus back inward, back to that point between the eyebrows as you extend that exhalation. Step the left leg back, preparing for warrior two. Feel right knee over the ankle. Open the hips to the side as you bring right hand forward and left arm back. Taking deep breaths here, we're going to settle into most of our postures today now that we've warmed the body up. So we're just trying to find a comfortable and steady position. Feel the feet pressing downwards, engaging back up the legs, supporting through the core. Shoulders are relaxed while the fingers reach away from each other. Make sure that you're not leaning forward, but that the spine is perpendicular to the ground. Softening the gaze. Shift. Left hand comes forward. Palms meet. Reach up overhead for warrior one. Here, the shoulders are squared forward, and that left hip is just pulling forward a little bit as you press through that back heel. Again, we're still finding that the spine is perpendicular to the ground, and you're supporting through the core. Find a deep breath, a soft gaze, engagement from the ground up. Come back through center, releasing the posture. Shift to the back of the mat, so we're just rotating the heels. Find a warrior two on this side. Firm feet, stacked knee over ankle, open hips, open shoulders, through the fingertips. Breathe deeply. Warrior one, palms meet in front and reach up overhead. Shoulders square, hips are reaching forward, still finding a nice bend in that front knee, nice and firm through the legs. Steady through these longer holds. Releasing your warrior two, turning sideways on your mat. Feet are parallel to each other. Hands can land on the hips. Take a few breaths here, just letting the body soften. Then reach the chest upwards, the chin follows, opening up through the shoulders. Let the chest and chin lead you forward as you hinge at the hips towards the ground. When it's appropriate for you, you can release the hands to the mat. And then fully release into this wide-legged forward fold. Just take a few deep breaths here. Feeling a slight engagement through the legs, back to the hips, but mostly finding release, giving in to that gravity. You're welcome to find a few different positionings for the hands. Maybe it's just under the chest or even on a block, depending on your level of flexibility. Maybe you walk the hands to reach them underneath the body, drawing the upper body between the legs. You can always grab a hold of ankles or big toes. Just finding the positioning that feels best for you today. Bring the hands back towards center. Slight bend in the knees, bring the hands to the hips. Come back to standing. Step the legs together and shake it out. Making your way towards the front of the mat as you do so. Finding a firm, steady Tadasana. Feel both feet against the mat. Find buoyancy in the legs as you lengthen the spine. Feel a slight tuck of the tailbone here as you begin to shift weight over into the right foot, preparing for tree pose. We're going to begin to bend that left knee. Open the knee out to the side. Our goal is to find balance and steadiness here, not to rush our way up the trunk of our tree. Feel firm and supported, and slowly make shifts as you really feel that it is appropriate. Hands can come to heart center if you'd like. If you make your way high into that tree pose or just feel more balanced, you might reach the arms up overhead or even open up the branches once you get there. Again, our goal is to feel steadiness, not to rush to the deepest version of our tree pose. Breathe deeply. Feel the focus of the eyes, the support of the body, the steadiness through the core. Slowly release. Prepare for the other side. Shaking it out if you need to, or just going right through Tadasana and slowly making your way up. Bending the right knee, opening the knee out to the side. There's no rush, only seeking balance here. Hands adjust to the position that feels best for you. If you're rocky on this side, it's fine to rebuild from the ground up. A few more breaths. And a slow release. Stepping back on your mat, heels away from each other's toes, away from each other. You're gonna sink back into our yogi squat. Hips down, elbows to the insides of the knees, opening the chest, opening the knees a little bit with the elbows. You can rock a bit side to side. We're working towards our crow pose here today. In your crow, you'll reach the hands forward, marry the triceps to the insides of the knees, plant the hands on the ground. Begin to shift the weight into the hands, walking the toes together and lifting the hips up. Remember to keep the gaze forward here while you breathe. Our only goal is to feel weight in the arms, not necessarily to float off the ground today. If it's possible for you, you might try one, the other foot, or even both feet off the ground. And as you need it, you take a break, rolling the wrists out, getting yourself reoriented, and then building back into your crow, slow and steady, finding the breath, finding the press of the hands, the squeeze of the knees and toes upwards through the hips. And then slowly release. Again, rolling out the wrists. And then dropping into a child's pose, knees together or far apart. Allow the shoulders to relax. And come back into a tabletop position. Drop the elbows to the ground, wrap fingers around the triceps to make sure that the elbows are the right distance away from each other. Release the hands out in front. Interlace the fingers and tuck the bottom pinky into the fists. And press elbows, forearms, and hands firmly into the ground. Tuck the toes and lift the hips high. We're going to breathe deeply in our dolphin pose here today. You're feeling the forearms press in to engage the shoulders to lift the hips high. You can keep the heels off the ground for this one. Think about the chest, the chin, almost reaching towards the toes while you settle into this position. Getting a bit of a shoulder opener and a shoulder strengthener while we do it. About 4 or 5 more deep breaths. Coming in and out of the postures now as it is necessary for you. And release, drop back into that child's pose. Hands can drop by the head or by the heels. Allow yourself to feel the weight of the head through the third eye as it rests on the mat. Breathe deeply, expanding the kidney areas, the hips, and then softening downward. Transition onto your stomachs, elbows directly underneath the shoulders, preparing for Sphinx. Forearms are on the ground, making an 11 in front of you. Palms are on the ground. Big toes together, heels fall apart. Allow the stomach to release downward. Feel the shoulders almost rolling back and drawing together. Start to press the forearms into the ground. Try to pull the chest forward through the forearms, although the forearms don't move anywhere. Feel the low back opening up. Press the elbows into the ground a bit more firmly as you lift the chest up higher and allow more space for the belly to relax down into the ground. Release the posture, make a pillow for the head with the hands, resting a cheek or the forehead. Just take a few deep breaths. And then we'll slide the hands underneath the chest. Suction cup the hands to the ground. Hug the elbows by the sides as the shoulders roll back. Just a slight amount of pressure in the hands for this first round as the chin draws forward and you feel the back muscles lifting the chest off the ground for cobra. Breathe deeply, trying to relax the low body as much as you can while engaging through the upper spine. Exhale to release back down. Make any adjustments you need to before we perform it again. Shoulders roll back, elbows hug in, chin draws forward as you inhale and lift up. This time you can give a little bit more pressure into the hands. You're never coming up so high that the arms are straight. There's always going to be a bend in those elbows to pull the chest forward, which you should feel the triceps fire up a little bit there. Taking deep breaths, still trying to relax the low body while primarily engaging through the upper spine. And exhale to release. Again, making a pillow for the head. And our final position on our stomach today, we're going to bring the arms underneath the body. Really try to hide the elbows as you bring the straight arms underneath. Palms can face up or down. You can have fists side by side, or you can interlace the hands. I find in the beginning, most times palms flat is going to be the easiest. Interlaced hands are going to be the most challenging. Chin is resting on the ground the whole time, or pressing the arms into the ground as you bring attention to the right leg. Lift the right leg as high as you can, feeling the glutes engage, the low back engage. Exhale to lower the leg down. Left leg, inhale up, engage glutes, low back, lifting that leg as high as it's comfortable. Exhale to release. Right leg, inhale, lift. Take a full breath, exhale, inhale, exhale, lower. Left leg, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, release. Kind of soften for a moment, get comfortable, make any little adjustments you need to reorganize the position before we do a double leg lift. Our goal is just to feel effort through the glutes and low back. We do not need to lift super high to get engagement here. Feel the arms press in, the shoulders press in, a little bit of support from the chin. Zip the legs together, lift the legs up. Try to take a full breath here. Exhale in the position. Inhale, try to lift those heels up a little bit higher through the toes. Exhale, release. Just one time for that. We'll release the posture, dropping back into a child's pose, taking a few full and deep breaths, allowing the spine to relax. Making your way up into a seat, bring both legs out in front. Bring right ankle over left knee. Hands start around the shin to lengthen the spine, preparing for a spinal twist. We're going to sneak the right hand around the left knee. Maybe it's wrist, maybe it's forearm, maybe even tricep. And then right hand goes immediately behind the hips. We lengthen through the spine, upwards through the chest, and exhale to deepen through the twist, looking over the right shoulder. Breathe deeply in this position, finding that steady, comfortable posture again. Opening the chest with each inhale, and exhale as you settle in, twisting the spine a bit more. Inhale as you unwind. And then we'll bring the right foot to the inside of the thigh. If this is a little bit uncomfortable for you, just send it straight off to the right a little bit, focused around the left leg. Inhale as you reach the arms up overhead. Exhale to fold forward. Taking a few deep breaths, but just allowing the spine to release down, chin towards the chest, with whatever space you have. Two more breaths. Inhale your way up and out. Bring the right ankle on top of the left knee, and then bounce the knee up and down a few times. Let the arm do the majority of the work. Let the hip relax. And release the right leg out in front. Bring the left ankle over right knee. Interlace hands around the shin to start. Making our way into the spinal twist. Right hand starts to sneak around the knee or wrist or forearm or maybe tricep. Left hand is immediately behind the hip, keeping the spine upright and then twisting around that point. Opening up through the chest, looking over the left shoulder. Deep breaths. Inhale to unwind. Bring the left foot against the inside of the right thigh or just straight off to the side. Inhale as you reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Let the chin come to the chest and allow yourself to melt into the single leg forward fold. Keep the breath deep and expansive through the front body to continually open up through the spine. Two more breaths. Inhale up and out. Bring the left ankle on top of the thigh. Begin to bounce the knee. And then release the left leg out in front. Inhale as you reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold into our double leg forward fold. Try to stay active at the start here, grabbing a hold of the legs at the position that feels appropriate for you to help draw the chest forward, press the tailbone down, and breathe through the spine. Let the chin relax. Take some of the tension out of the posture as you kind of melt. And then inhale up and out. Bring the soles of the feet together. Bounce the knees up and down as you hug the heels in towards the hips. Open the spine. Relax the bouncing. Grab a hold of the ankles firmly. Draw the chest upwards, press the elbows into thighs or knees. Reach the chin forward as you begin to fold forward. Keep a little bit of pressure through the knees, but you can begin to relax the neck, rounding the spine a little bit. Keep opening those hips and breathe deeply. Inhale up and out. Guide the knees together. Hug the knees in towards the chest, hands behind the thighs. Chin to chest, begin to roll forwards and backwards along the mat, giving the spine a bit of a massage. And then releasing onto your back. Land the feet flat, knees bent. Take a few deep breaths to just let go of tension in the spine and melt. For bridge position, we bring the heels as close in towards the hips as we can. Reach in the fingertips towards the heels. Press the feet firmly down. The shoulders in. Inhale, lift the hips high. Open the hips, the chest, the stomach, and breathe deeply. Finding some engagement in the glutes, a little bit of press through the feet. Try to shift the weight towards the shoulders to help you open the upper body. If it feels appropriate for you, you can bring the hands closer together or even interlace the fingers and press the arms down into the ground. If you want to go for the bind, I want you to have the arms, all of the arms pressing down. If they don't, then just keep the arms at the position where they can be flat. 3 more deep breaths. And release. You can hug the knees into the chest and gently rock a bit side to side. And then we're going to make our way up into a shoulder stand. If you have a block, you're welcome to bring the block under the hips and just reach the legs straight up. If you want to make your way into that full shoulder stand, knees to chest, lift the hips off the ground and support the body with the hands on the back. Regardless of what position you land in, I want you to feel the legs relaxing, kind of just held heavy in space. If you're in the full shoulder stand, try to draw the elbows closer together. Bring edge of the pinkies on the hands closer together. And then we're just going to breathe in this position. Finding that balance between support and release. Two more deep breaths. If you're in that full shoulder stand, we bend the knees towards the head, release one hand to the ground, the other hand to the ground, use them as brakes to slowly roll out of the posture. Try to keep the head on the ground while you do this. If you're in the supported shoulder stand, feet come to the ground, you lift into the bridge and release the block. After you're finished, hug the knees into the chest, bring chin, forehead towards the knees, curl into a tight ball, and then release the head to the ground, arms out to either side. Bring the knees to the right and the gaze to the left. trying to find as much ease in this posture, as much melt. Give in to the gravity here as you feel the breath fill the left side body and allow you to relax deeper into the position. Two more breaths. Inhale through center and exhale as you drop the knees to the left and gaze to the right. Again, letting the body give in to gravity here, filling the right side body with breath and releasing as much tension as is possible for us. Two more breaths. Slowly back through center and then release into Savasana, legs along the ground, palms facing up along the side of the body. We'll make our way through our 3-point relaxation. Bringing awareness to the right leg. Inhale, lift the right leg an inch or two up off the ground. Tense, flex, squeeze every muscle. Exhale, release, let it drop down. Left leg, inhale, lift, squeeze, tense, flex. Exhale, release. Right arm, inhale, lift, make a fist, squeeze, expand the fingers. Exhale, release. Left arm, inhale, lift, make a fist, squeeze, extend, expand the fingers. Exhale, release. Attention to the buttocks, inhale, tense, squeeze, lift the hips up off the ground. Exhale, release. Attention to the stomach, inhale, fill the stomach like a balloon. Exhale, release. To the chest, inhale, puff the chest out, press the elbows into the ground, squeeze the shoulder blades together behind the back, and exhale, release. Attention to the face, inhale, scrunch the face up like you ate something sour, everything squeezes towards the nose. Exhale, release. Attention to the face again, inhale, expand the face, tongue towards the chin, gaze towards the forehead, expand. Exhale, release. Make any last adjustments that you need to in Shavasana. And command the body to be still. Command the mind to be focused. And mentally draw the awareness down to the toes. Relax the toes, feet, ankles, calves, knees, thighs, and hips. Relax the lower back, upper back, stomach, and chest. Relax fingers, hands, wrists, forearms, elbows, upper arms, and shoulders. Relax the neck, throat, tongue, jaw, ears, cheeks, nose, eyes, eyebrows, forehead, and skull. Your whole body is completely relaxed. The whole body is completely relaxed. Completely relaxed. Draw all the awareness to the point between the eyebrows. Place all awareness at this point. Melt into the pulsation of the life force. Stay here for a few moments, and when you come out, you should feel refreshed, recharged, and happy. Inhale deeply into the stomach. Exhale, slowly wiggling fingers, toes, wrists, and ankles. Bring the ankles together as you inhale, the arms up overhead, stretching right side body, left side body. Your whole body stretch. And then come up into a seated position to close our class with chanting. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May be blessed with radiant joy, peace, prosperity, and abundant health. Om Shanti.